CompTIA A Core 2 Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 2.1 Summarize various security measures and their purposes. Multifactor authentication. When accessing digital systems, we often encounter prompts asking for credentials. Using just one authentication factor, like a password, to verify your identity is known as single-factor authentication, often abbreviated as SFA. This straightforward process verifies your identity using only one piece of evidence. However, as security needs have evolved, so have authentication methods. Multifactor authentication, or MFA, requires two or more forms of authentication from different authentication factors to verify identity. MFA can involve a combination of elements such as something you know, like a password, something you have, such as a token or mobile device, something you are, like a fingerprint or retina scan, and in some cases, even somewhere you are, based on location. By requiring more than one authentication factor, MFA significantly enhances security because even if one factor is compromised, additional barriers remain in place. Before looking at individual MFA methods, it helps to understand the idea of a one-time password or passcode, often abbreviated as OTP. An OTP is a code that can be used only once, usually during a login or verification process. Unlike a traditional password, it expires after use or after a short period of time, reducing the risk of reuse by an attacker. You might encounter OTPs in many forms throughout modern authentication, whether delivered by email, SMS text message, voice call, or generated by an authentication device or application. The key idea is that the code is temporary and single-use, making it much harder for an attacker to capture and reuse successfully. One MFA method in use today involves email tokens. With this option, a code or verification link is sent to your email address as a second step in authenticating. After entering your password, you may be prompted to retrieve the code from your email inbox and enter it before access is granted. Even if someone knows your password, they would also need access to your email account to complete the login. This makes email-based authentication a practical second factor, particularly in environments where dedicated authentication tools may not be deployed. Next, there are hardware tokens, sometimes called hard tokens. A hardware token is a physical device used as part of an MFA system that generates a unique, time-sensitive code the user enters during sign-in. Some hardware tokens have a small display that continuously shows changing codes, while others may be inserted or tapped to authenticate. Because the token is something the user physically possesses, it represents the something you have factor in MFA. Another common MFA method is an authenticator application. An authenticator application is a software-based authentication tool installed on a device that provides a second factor of authentication, often by generating time-based one-time passwords or approving login requests through push notifications. Many authenticator applications function as a soft token, meaning they provide the capabilities of a hardware token through software rather than requiring a separate, dedicated physical device. This makes them scalable, convenient, and widely used in modern environments while still supporting strong authentication practices. One function often provided by an authenticator application is generating a time-based one-time password, or TOTP. A TOTP is a type of OTP that changes automatically after a short interval, giving the user a constantly rotating verification code. Because the code quickly expires and a new one replaces it, there is only a small window in which it can be used, helping reduce the risk of interception or reuse. Some authenticator applications may also support push notifications, where instead of typing a code, the user simply approves or denies a login request from the authenticator application directly. That can make authentication faster for the user while still providing a strong second factor. SMS tokens are another MFA method, where a one-time passcode is sent to a user's mobile phone via text message. After entering a password, the user receives the code by SMS and must enter it to complete the authentication process. Because the code is temporary and typically expires quickly, it provides an added layer of protection beyond a password alone. This is a familiar MFA method for many users because it is simple to implement and widely supported, especially for consumer services such as banking or online accounts. It also reinforces the something you have authentication factor, since access to the user's mobile phone is required to receive the token. Even if an attacker knows the password, they would still need access to that device to complete the login. And for one more MFA method, we have voice call authentication. This works similarly to SMS-based authentication, but instead delivers the one-time passcode through an automated phone call. The user answers the call, listens to the code, and then enters it into the system. In some cases, voice call authentication may be used as an alternative when text messaging is unavailable or as a backup authentication method. In practice, MFA strengthens security by requiring more than one form of proof before granting access. Whether through email, tokens, authenticator apps, SMS, or voice calls, the goal is the same: to make unauthorized access far more difficult, even if a password is compromised. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.